When Jess was getting married, she wanted her best friend there. So she moved the nuptials forward because Amanda has terminal cancer. Or so she thought. Now the game is finally up.
She did not look at us once, did not shed one tear. Where's the remorse? Are you sorry for what you did?
But I don't think any punishment would be enough for what she's done to me and my family and how she's changed my life forever.
She's the ultimate cancer con woman who has finally had her day in court. For more than a decade, Amanda Power told people she was dying. Her friends cared for her, paid her bills and held fundraisers in her honour.
It is just not about the money at all. We invested in her emotionally, and that's you won't get that back.
2 years ago, A Current Affair travelled to Townsville to expose Amanda.
Just wondering if I could ask you a few questions, Amanda.
Who does that? Like, what type of person does that? Sorry, it's just...
How are you feeling? Are you well?
I've got somewhere to go, I'm sorry. I could not believe what I was hearing, that someone who we had known for this long and done so much for had just played us the entire time.
Do you have cancer, Amanda? Have you ever been diagnosed with cancer?
Carly Whittington met Amanda when she was the spokesperson for Relay for Life, a Cancer Council fundraiser.
Last year, Townsville Relay raised just under $300,000 to contribute to the fight against cancer.
Carly turned her life upside down to support Amanda. She cooked most of her meals, agreed to carry her coffin at her funeral, and helped her tick off her bucket list.
We went to Whitehaven Beach and thought that we were doing a great thing for her, and meanwhile, the whole time, she was getting a free holiday.
And one of the items on that bucket list was for her to be able to walk down the aisle at my wedding.
Instead of buying a house, Jess Snell and her fiancé held their wedding earlier just so Amanda could be there. The two were as close as they come. They even have matching tattoos.
Because she was dying, she was in the middle of all of our photos. All of our day was about her. We made sure that where our wedding was, she could walk down the aisle.
Amanda's elaborate web of lies came crashing down in 2019 when she told friends she was going into palliative care. But the hospital had no record of her being admitted or any proof she had ever been treated for cancer.
And I just collapsed to the ground, and I just wanted the ground to come apart.
Police have spent the past few years collating evidence against Amanda. The court heard she had 78 victims and that she defrauded close to $24,000. One of those targeted was her former employee, Cancer Council Queensland. The others, friends, colleagues and strangers who donated money to her fight against cancer. Carly and Jess were in court for the sentencing.
I was very nervous. When I got told about the court case, it was like I relived that moment again when I found out it was a lie.
That was the first time that I had seen her face to face in front of me in 6 years. She had a hat on, she was wearing dark glasses, she was actually wearing a face mask as well. I think that she just wanted to cover herself up as much as possible and not face us.
Amanda pled guilty to 79 charges of fraud and was sentenced to 2.5 years behind bars. She'll be released at the 6-month mark, with the remaining time to be served as a suspended sentence.
She led this lie for close to a decade, and all she has to serve is 6 months behind bars. And then she'll be free to go out and continue whatever narrative she wants to tell people. That's not fair.
While Amanda will eventually walk free, the emotional toll on her victims will last a lifetime.
The way I have this shield now where I don't open up 100% to people, and it's all because of that, because I opened up to her and it ended up being a lie.
I don't want an apology from her, and I know I will never get an explanation. If it were just to be like a one-sided conversation, I would just be telling her, just stop this, because it is hurting people and hurting their lives.
I mean, to prey on people's goodwill and lie about having cancer, I can't think of a much lower act than that.